Welcome back, you beautiful people. You've seen people on epic cross-country adventures. You've seen people riding tech enduro trails. You've seen people ripping gnarly downhill tracks. But you want a slice of that action. Awesome. Well, in this video, we're going to show you exactly what trails to start on and where to start. Bridleways and fire tracks are two common ways to getting your first taste of off-road cycling. But these bridleways and paths and trails are shared by many others out there, like hikers, runners, walkers, ramblers, whatever you want to call them, and horse riders all share these paths. So you got to make sure as a cyclist, be friendly, give way to the other users, and be kind. So the trail I'm on right now is a fire road. They're usually wider tracks or trails out there in the woods. They normally zigzag their way through the forest or woodlands. These tracks are built without bikers in mind, so there's no jumps or rollers or berms or drop-offs to surprise you. Forest roads and tracks are the great place to get your first taste to off-road cycling. But if you want to push your skills to the next level, then follow me to some greater trails where we have mountain bike centers and bike parks in mind. Trail centers and bike parks are a great place to experience mountain biking for the very first time. Now, it offers a range of different trails from beginners all the way up to the seasoned pro. Now, bike parks and trail centers come with shops on site, so if you ever have a mechanical, you can stop in and get that sorted. But they do also have cafes for their very important cup of tea and cake. But what's the difference between a trail center and a bike park? Trail centers will usually feature cross-country style loops. They might have jumps and skill areas to ride, but the main focus will be trails that will take you up and down and across. Bike parks focus more on what happens on the way down the hill. Although they might be a climbing trail, often there will be a designated uplift service or a push-up track to get you up the hill to the start of the trails. Whether you go to a trail center or a bike park, you can ride safe in the knowledge that you won't come across any features that are beyond the difficulty grade of the trail. You'll also know that they will be well looked after and maintained and hold up well in most weather conditions. So let's say you decided to pack up your bike and head to your local trail center or your bike park. Now the difficult question is, what trail to ride? Green trails are a nice friendly introduction to mountain biking. They're relatively wide and quite flat. You find they're a little uneven, a bit rough and bumpy. But the best thing about it is you won't be finding those steep climbs and descents in there, so nothing to worry about. You'll find there's no jumps, drop-offs, or any challenging obstacles out there on the trail. It's a perfect introduction to mountain biking, to some uneven surfaces on the trail. You'll find that around the next turn, there isn't going to be anything that's going to bite you in the bum, which is great. Blue Trails is the next level up for those more experienced riders or for those that want to level up their skills. You find with Blue Trails there will be jumps and drops, but you'll find that they'll all be rollable. And also you'll find root gardens and rocks in the surface of the trail just to add a little bit of a challenging element. You'll find the gradient on the climbs and the descents a little bit more challenging, but not as significant as what you would find on a red or a black graded trail. You also find on a blue trail that the trail will split halfway down or somewhere on the trail where it would say flow or tech. Tech meaning it's going to be a little bit slower going with a little bit few more obstacles that you need to navigate through. And the flow is basically what it says on the tin. You flow through the trail. Keep your speed. So you've got transport. You can travel to your local trail center or a bike park, which are great options. But let's just say you live further away and you don't have a means of transport to get to these places. Well, this is where the app comes in handy on your mobile phone. For example, like Strava, Trailforks, or Komoot are great apps to find trails in your local area. And you can also search by different grades, so you can find one that's pretty easy for yourself, or if you need to spice it up a little bit, you can can find one that's a little bit harder. But just remember, these trails are not authorized, or are pretty much nearly, some of them are illegal and not very maintained, like the trails that we have right here in Bike Park Wales, which are constantly under scrutiny to make sure they are nice and safe for you beautiful people. So there we have it, you beautiful people. Hopefully this video has come in handy for you beginners to find out what trail's right for you and where to kick off. It's all about adventure when it comes to mountain biking. Don't chuck yourself in the deep end, because it's so easy to get out and not come back and visit us ever again. But if you want to get really good at mountain biking and you want to work on a few of your skills, we have a plethora of videos on our YouTube channel. Go and find some on our channel, and hopefully they'll help you out. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like, and I'll see you next time. See ya!